Hi, friends. Welcome back to Wellness Wednesday. If we have not had an opportunity to meet yet, my name is Amy Peters. I am a health and wellness coach, and I am so happy to partner alongside Virginia Health and Wellness to help change your way of thinking, not only just about what you eat, but how you actually live your life to become the healthiest version of you. And I'm so excited today because we are almost to Christmas time. It's just a few weeks away. And today we're going to talk a little bit about holiday stress management and the importance of self-care, especially during this time of year, because I will tell you, with the hustle and bustle of the holidays and so many temptations around us, it's really easy to fall off track with not just what we're doing and eating physically, but really mentally, how we are adjusting to everything that the holiday brings, all of the stresses. So I just wanted to give you a few helpful hints. We're going to talk about 10 basic things that you can do over the next couple of weeks as we are gaining momentum into Christmas and New Year's on how you can best take care of yourself during the season. So the first thing I would recommend is to don't over schedule yourself. So, it's a time filled with busy parties, there's social gatherings. Remember that you don't have to do it all. Do the things, pick and choose the things that are most important to you, that you feel are the biggest blessings. And a lot of times I know we feel obligated to attend every single event or to go to every single and respond to every single invitation that we have, but that's not always necessary. Pick and choose the things that don't bring you stress. Choose the things that bring you the most amount of joy, that are easy to fit into your schedule, and figure out what you really want to do versus what you feel like maybe you're supposed to do. You always want to focus on the majority of the things that are fun, because that's what's going to bring you pleasure. So do your best to avoid the things that you are regretting or not looking forward to, because that brings dread, and dread sometimes brings on additional stress mentally. And when we are mentally stressed, a lot of times we make unhealthy food choices as well. And then we kind of start down that dark spiral of bad choices. So the best thing that you can do is just don't overschedule yourself. Take a look at your calendar, write everything down, and pick and choose the things that are the most important to you. Number 2, simplify your travel. So travel a lot of times can be very stressful, especially if you're flying different places to visit with family, or if you're spending extended amounts of time in the car. So if you have to travel, make sure that you are doing it in the easiest way possible on yourself. Maybe that means to make sure you're getting a connecting flight so that your time in airports aren't as long as what they need to be. Learn how to pack a little lighter, maybe use a standard wardrobe when packing, so that it's a very simplistic way. You have different shirts or pants that go with multiple different things, so you can get several outfits out of the same ensemble without it making your suitcase extra heavy or having to carry and lug around extra baggage to the airport. So direct flights obviously help minimize the, again, length of time in airports, or having to make connecting flights and that stress of, if your flight is late, trying to get to the next flight. So all of those things of rushing around cause extra stress on us. And again, we're looking to make this time of year the most simple as you possibly can. So also, when you're in the car for long amounts of time, try to buffer in a little bit of extra time so that you can make stops along the route, and you can get out, you can stretch, you can breathe, you can visit, see different things, maybe a little walk around a park, and get some fresh air. But you want to make sure that you are staying specifically hydrated, and that you are fueling your body as you're going as well. A lot of times when we're packed and we're rushing to the airport, and we're from flight to flight, or we are in the car, we choose convenience foods that a lot of times are high in sodium, they're high in fat, they don't really help us at all with our health. They may help that craving, that growling belly, that growling belly, but it doesn't really help you long term, because your body's going to burn through that very quickly. So make sure that you're choosing snacks like nuts or cheese sticks, some vegetable sticks, anything that's high protein, maybe like a little meat snack tray. So there are going to be a lot of things that do have sodium if you're picking those up at convenience stores, or if you're eating, something through a fast food drive-through. Make sure that you are drinking plenty of water to flush things through your system, and that you are staying hydrated, especially in airports, because the air is very dry, and it's really easy to become dehydrated. So make sure that you are staying properly hydrated with plenty of water, or with some sort of electrolyte balanced water as well. Number 3, we're going to manage gift giving. All right. So for many holidays, it is the time of sharing gifts. So, whether you're celebrating Hanukkah or Kwanzaa or Christmas, whatever season it is that you are celebrating, it is normally a time of sharing gifts. So it can be a lot of fun, but it can also be very financially stressful, which is mentally stressful on us as well. So you want to do your best to make a budget and stick to that budget as close as you possibly can. Think about everyone that's on your list that you want to buy for, not necessarily that you have to buy for, but that you want to share with, and create a budget and stick to that budget. You're not obligated to spend beyond your means. And honestly, you're later going to regret it when that credit card statement comes rolling in after the first of the year, or you might feel a little bit of regret of spending as much money as you did around the holidays. So really, you're wanting to choose a gift that is right for the person, and a lot of times it could be something that they're going to cherish a little bit more. As I was on my own personal health journey, and as I started to lose weight, I realized that was a lot of baggage off of my physical self. But it also prompted me to start to let go of a lot of things physically in my life, like in my house. So I didn't want more stuff. I started going through my closets and clearing out closets, and I started clearing out underneath of my kitchen cabinets and my bathroom cupboards. And the main reason is because I just wanted to simplify my life. I wanted to have less clutter, less baggage, less things taking up mental space. And what I have learned is that gift giving for me is kind of a strange thing, because I want to give gifts the way that I would like to receive gifts. And I would rather someone put some time and effort into something very sweet to give to me, as opposed to spending a lot of money on a big lavish gift that's just something that now is going to be in my house that I have to hold on to. And maybe sometimes we just feel like we have to buy a gift for someone, so we do, but really how much thought or effort was put into it. So I'm not saying don't buy for the people that you love, but there are going to be a lot of people on your list that would be very happy to have something homemade, or something that you specialize in. If you have a certain craft or something that you bake or make, or a recipe card, or even things like tickets to an event, or being able to share time with someone, with our friends. What we'll do is buy tickets to a play or a musical. We bought tickets for our friends last year to Wicked, and my husband and I treated them to dinner, and then their tickets at the Kennedy Center for a show. So sometimes it's just that we all will remember that experience, or we'll remember that, that baked good, or that memory, that photo, whatever it is, we will remember that. And a lot of times we don't always remember, that certain piece of clothing, or, that video game or something like that someone bought for us. We don't really even remember where those things come from. And again, a lot of times it's just stuff then that we have to inventory. So, even just a small gift, let someone know that you cherish them. So bigger isn't always better. Consider making your gifts instead of buying them. A thoughtful homemade gift or a homemade goodie is going to be just as much appreciated, if not more. And, that process of going through that and making that could become a holiday tradition for you. And if it's something that you enjoy doing and making, then that also brings you joy and helps relieve stress, because if you're doing something that you enjoy and love, you're at peace while doing it. And so that also kind of reduces your holiday stress. Number 4, I'm gonna suggest that you are responsible about your food and alcohol consumption. How can you be a part of Virginia Health and Wellness, and how can I be a health coach if I didn't touch on this a little bit? So do your best to stick to healthy choices. Now, we all know that this time of year, temptations are just overwhelming at the office, at home, at company parties, at church. No matter where you go, there's going to be some sort of sweet treat or decadent meal or dessert or platter that is going to call your name. Moderation is definitely key. So a couple of helpful hints is always, again, gravitate towards proteins, gravitate towards things that are a little healthier for you, nuts, olives, meats, of course, anything that's high in protein. Steer clear of things that are high in sugar and cookies. Not that you can't have a cookie, just, in moderation. Pick and choose the ones that you want the most. And again, it's the mental piece of remembering that really nothing is off limits. Do not limit yourself or tell yourself you can't have something. Instead, tell yourself that you are choosing something that that you're thinking about. So as soon as you tell yourself that you can't eat something, that's going to be the only thing that you're going to want. You're going to focus on that one thing. If you go into a party saying, I can't have a drink of alcohol, you're going to be bummed out the whole time. You're going to be the party pooper. Your friends are going to be like, what's wrong with Amy over there standing in the corner? If you say to yourself, I can have a drink, a lot of times what will happen is that you'll choose not to. You know that you can if you want, but maybe you choose not to. So if you are going to drink at a party or a gathering, have a glass of water in between or something non-alcoholic in between. So if you have a glass of wine, have a glass of wine, have a glass of water, and then have another glass of wine if you would like, and then have another glass of water. So staying hydrated. Never let your alcohol replace your food choices. Again, make sure that you're eating high protein items. Have some veggies, have some fruit. Enjoy those things. If you're having something that is a carbohydrate item, a starchy item, whether it be bread or maybe even pasta, small, limit yourself to one serving of that and try to fill up a little bit more on vegetables and your proteins. And again, staying hydrated with water. Moderation definitely is the key when it comes to holiday treats. So be responsible about what you're eating. You don't want to lose footing. You don't want to lose all of the success you have built so far in your health journey as you've been losing weight and feeling great and your clothes are fitting better. You want to keep that momentum going. You don't want to backslide and fall back into old habits. What you want to do is allow yourself the choices that you want, but again, do it in moderation. Do it knowing that you can have what you want, but you are choosing the healthier version of yourself. So, stay within your guidelines, drink plenty of water, okay? And enjoy the holidays. Enjoy the things that you love to enjoy. But again, pick and choose the specific times that you want to do that so that you can do it and keep it within your healthy guidelines. All right, number 5, enjoy your family on your terms. So we all have stressful families. We all have dysfunction of some sort in our families, or that certain family member that maybe we bump heads with, we don't really get along with, or there's maybe something that comes up regarding politics or religion or sports teams, who knows? There might be some sort of issue that you have with a family member. It can be mostly enjoyable during the holidays, but there are going to be some stressful times. And sometimes, spending time around extended family can be stressful. So do what you need to do in order to take care of yourself. So if you need to take a break from a family gathering, go for a walk, call your friends, get away, run to the store, go pick up something, whatever it is, remove yourself from that situation. Take your deep breath of, count to 10 and just realize that people are who they are. And, we can never really change people. If we have conflicting beliefs with someone that's in our family, we're never going to change who they are, just like they're never going to change who we are. what we can change is how we react and how we interact with the people that are in our lives. And we want to do that in a way that doesn't bring us extra stress or conflict. And I know sometimes that's easier said than done, but a lot of times we have to pick our battles and we have to figure out, most of the time holidays are just not the time for that. We don't really want to escalate a certain situation or have things get out of control. So, what I say is be the merriest person that you can possibly be. And, just realize again that the only thing you can control, and this to me is really powerful. You have the control over yourself and your emotions and how you react to people. So don't let that get the best of you around the holidays. So create your own peace, your own happiness by dealing with the people in your life on your terms. If you need to step away, and realize sometimes that conflict can be saved for another day. Number 6, we're going to respect again. We're going to talk a bit more about that. Respect differences. We all have different perspectives on a lot of different things. There's a lot that can divide us, that can bring us tension and, to social gatherings. So you may have a conflict with one other person, but then there's a lot of other people in the room. So, we're going to do the best that we possibly can to focus on your common ground, things that you can agree on. And some things you're just going to have to agree to disagree. We are better off when we seek peace and understanding with one another. So, even though there may be some conflict again with people in your lives around the holidays, it is all better off when we seek the peace and the understanding of one another. And again, know that we are in control of our own peace. We are in control of our own lives and how we respond or how we react to the things that are up against us. Okay. Number 7, you're going to take time for yourself. All right. You're going to be pulled in a gazillion different directions over the next 10 to 15 days. All right. Or 10 to 22 days until the first of the year. So during this time, you have to consider giving yourself a gift of time, of peace, of lack of stress. And you can do that a lot of different ways. Take a break from rushing around or from shopping and the cooking and the cleaning and the preparing and all of the things. And, read a good magazine article, listen to a podcast, your favorite podcast, maybe watch your favorite Christmas movie, go for a walk, go for a bike ride, take a nap if you feel run down. So there are lots of ways that you can take time for yourself. Maybe you go and get a pedicure, or you go and get a manicure and you close your eyes in the chair, or maybe a massage. Do something nice for you over the holidays so that you can take time for yourself and give yourself that gift. Again, that's going to help with the stress and manage everything around the holidays. A lot of what we talk about is definitely mental in how we think about things. I feel like if we can change our perspective, if we change how we think about things mentally, physically, a lot of things will automatically change. So keep that in mind as you're working through the holidays. It's all about how you think about things in your perspective, and just kind of shifting that perspective a little bit goes a very long way into providing peace in your life. Number 8, we're going to honor the people that we've lost. This year specifically, in the spring of this year, we had 2 family losses: my sister-in-law, my husband's sister, and my stepmom. And, there are certain traditions that we have always done with both of them. And this year is going to be a little different. So during the holidays, it can be hard. It could be, for many of us, it's the first Christmas or the first holiday season without our loved ones that we've had before, or maybe it brings up memories of past loved ones, like my mom or my nan, my grandmother. So you have to make sure you create a little space for grief. One of the things that I love the most is, just the traditions, creating new traditions. And I have certain ornaments that I put on the tree that remind me of my grandmother and my mom. I'm going to have to find a new tradition this year with my dad. Normally Christmas Eve, my husband and I would take my dad and my stepmom around to see all of the Christmas lights, and all of the, the developments in the houses around the neighborhood. and she's not here this year. So we have to find a new tradition. We have to find something new to create with my dad and help him through this season of loss, his new normal of Christmas without his wife. So it is a very difficult time, but sometimes you have to change up traditions to help the feelings become a little bit more manageable, or find a new way to weave a memory of a loved one into your new holiday traditions, or into an existing holiday tradition. So create a new one or weave those memories into an existing one. But either way, it's definitely a way that we just need to take time and blessings and honor those who have passed before us, and how we can best honor them during the holiday season. Number 9, don't forget routine maintenance. So, during this time of year, we feel we're so busy. We're pulled in a million different directions. We have kids' concerts. We have shows that we want to go and see. We have shopping that needs done, and gifts that need to be wrapped, and parties to go to, both work and church and personal and programs, and all of the things, travel. So you want to make sure that you are taking care of you first. You cannot pour from an empty cup. If you do not take care of yourself first, you will not be able to take care of anything else in your life. You want to show up as the best version of you for every gathering that you go to. So whether it's, with your husband, even at home, or whether it is with a family get together, or a work party, or something at your church or in your community, or an organization that you're involved in, you want to show up as the healthiest version of you, not just physically, but mentally and emotionally. So how do you do that? You make sure that you are taking care of you first. That means getting plenty of sleep. That means getting in some exercise regularly. And again, that doesn't have to be hardcore going to the gym. It could just be getting up and going for a walk through the neighborhood, or, parking at the end of the Walmart or the Target parking lot and walking to the front door. Or it could be taking the steps or the stairs instead of the escalator. Getting some movement in is very important. And I know sometimes it's a little colder now, but being able to get outside and just take a deep breath of some nice brisk air can sometimes do the heart and the mind and the body good. So plenty of sleep. Make sure that you're getting exercise on the daily, some sort or form of exercise. You want to make sure that you are eating regularly. All right, so every 3 hours or so, make sure that you are fueling your body. Give your vehicle that you are living in, that you are driving every day, give this vehicle the fuel that it needs in order to be able to do the job that it's supposed to do. So your car, you do not want your car running out of gas, okay? When you've got all the gifts loaded up in the backseat of the car and you're headed over to grandma's house, you don't want to run out of gas, okay? When you have a million things to do for Christmas and this is your vehicle, you have to fuel it and keep it fueled so that you don't run out of gas. So eat regularly. Again, high protein items, lots of veggies, a little bit of carbohydrates to keep that motor, going, and lots of hydration. So stay hydrated. So plenty of sleep, exercise, eating regularly. Get a massage if you need to. Get a pedicure, a manicure if you need to. Get your hair done, sit in the hair, or just go have your hair washed and blow dried, get a nice blowout. Just do something for yourself to, take care of yourself. Some breathing exercises, some meditation, getting into a podcast or reading, whether it be a devotional or something inspirational on the daily, helps you with that routine maintenance. And again, this is mentally and emotionally, not just physically. And last but not least, I think that it's important that we practice gratitude, especially this time of year. So you want to be thankful for the reasons that you are doing what you are doing through the holidays. I think I can think back to several Christmases in the past where I've gotten a little frustrated, a little resentful about things. and I've got so much to do. I've got to bake these cookies. I have to get the house clean. I have to go get the dog groomed. I have to go and wrap all the gifts. I have to do this. I have to, right? And sometimes you can take that word have to and just flip it just a hair and say, I get to. I get to go have my dog groomed because I love my dog and I want him to look and smell his best for Christmas when the guests come over. I get to go shopping to prepare a meal for my beautiful family. I get to wrap these gifts for my kids and for my loved ones. I get to clean this house. I am so thankful that I have a house that I live in that allows me a safe place to be, to sleep, to commune with my family and my loved ones. So a lot of times, instead of looking at things as burdens, if you look at them as blessings and change your mindset from having to do things for the holidays to getting to do things and practicing gratitude for the things that you are able to do. You know, you are buying gifts for your family because you have a family. You know, you are cleaning a house because you have a house. You know, you're not living in your car, you know, on the side of a street. Like, you practice gratitude, practice thankfulness, practice looking at things again as blessings and not burnings. And you know, a new perspective, or just again a shift in perspective, can not only relieve stress, but can definitely make the holidays more enjoyable for you and for your family and for the people that are around you, because you're going to be able to give more of yourself and they're going to get the best version of you. So I hope that these 10 things are helpful for you in the holidays this year. We at Virginia Wellness are really super excited to, again, be with you finishing out 2024 and looking forward to 2025. So we'll be talking a little bit more about the holidays as we move forward. But again, take this time over the next 10 days or so before Christmas gets here and try to implement each of these things into your day. And I'm curious to know in the comments if you just want to let us know if you've practiced any of these or if you've done any of these yourself or in the past, or maybe you have a helpful hint that might help someone else during the holiday season. We'd love to hear from you. So hope you have a great day, and thanks again for watching.